A temporary ban on what has become a popular dish here in the Bahamas. A mega conference now history, we take a look at its economic impact on Grand Bahama. A special service held for a leading clergy in West Grand Bahama.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Bahamas has placed a precautionary ban on meat imports from Brazil in the wake of reports of contaminated beef. Tonight, a local consumer official is weighing in on the issue and offering some advice. Joan Davis Roll reports.
It's almost a delicacy.
How do I say goodbye?
It is an issue that continues to make its rounds on social media, the temporary ban of a food considered a staple in the Bahamas, corned beef. Recently, the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources disclosed that due to a scandal in Brazil regarding the food inspectors taking bribes to allow the sale of rotten salmonella-tainted meats, Brazil's agriculture minister advised that the government of Brazil has suspended exports from 21 meat processing units. That has resulted in a ban of imports from Brazil here in the Bahamas. Officer in charge of Consumer Affairs on Grand Bahama, Emmett Higgins, also putting consumers on alert.
Ministry of Agriculture, under the auspices of the Honorable V. Alfred Gray, they issued a statement pertaining to the beef coming out of Brazil. There's been a 60-day temporary ban coming out as a result of contaminated beef from Brazil.
Higgins says in the wake of this precautionary ban of meat imports from Brazil, store owners are also being cautioned about the products they have for sale.
As a cautionary method or measure, I think, stores, if they wish, they can remove those items from the shelves until further notice.
In a statement issued by the Ministry of Agriculture, it states that the public is advised that until further notice, no permits for the importation of processed meat products from Brazil will be issued. This includes corned beef as well as beef byproducts. Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
In other news, the termination of 4 employees at a local bakery has sparked concern, and tonight a local activist is speaking out. Western Bakery has been around for decades and could be considered as a staple in the Grand Bahama community. But just 2 weeks ago, the well-known business was sold and the entire operation changed. Labor activist Lionel Morley says it is a crying shame that in just 4 days, 4 employees have been terminated without reason.
A professional way. There has been no re-engagement. This morning one of the girls walked in and he told her go home. There's no more need for his downsizing. If you're downsizing, then why is new employee there? When you're downsizing, it means that that position no longer exists, the position of being made redundant. But
terminated employees like Ianthe Hinson, who was employed at Western Bakery for 13 years, and Julie Basden, who worked at the local bakery for 11 years, as well as Tania Charles, who was employed for 14 years, say the past 4 days working at that store has been a nightmare.
Well, I called in sick yesterday, and I was told that when I came to work this morning that I was fired.
Any idea why you were fired?
No idea. Just because I came in, I didn't came in yesterday. I called in sick. He just told me I was fired.
I feel like we was just discarded like animals, like we're not human beings. When he came in, it's like you running a military service. Like he came in to bring intimidation and fear, and it was a stressful event coming to work for this past week because I haven't slept many nights, and they would tell you that I haven't been eating anything because it's like you have to build up your nerve to come in this place and work. I say, when you all finish, clean table, mopping, do something. I say, boss man, you can't talk to me like that. You're supposed to get patient to talk to me. I say, if you talk to me like that, he said, if you can't do that, take the door, go, take the door. I say, boss man, you can't fire me like that because I have 14 years work right here.
Morley says he has made an attempt to meet with the new owner, but to no avail.
I went and meet with him and tried to dialogue with him and tried to help him to re-engage and refocus. But he seemed to be one who's not conciliatory at all. He seemed to be one who believe whatever he says is gospel, have a total disregard for the rule of law.
The employees say they plan to take the matter to court by filing a dispute. Meanwhile, ZNS News contacted the new owners of Western Bakery about the allegations, but they declined to comment.
Switching gears now, Grand Bahamas' economy got a significant boost over the weekend as the International Religious Conference Faith Fest was held here on the island for several days, attracting hundreds of visitors to Grand Bahama. Tonight, we speak with local tour and taxi operators about the impact on their businesses. Sabrina Brown reports.
Owner of H. Forbes Charter Services, Hadley Forbes, says Faith Fest had a significant impact on his business. Hundreds of visiting delegates from around the world attended the mega religious conference at the Grand Lucayan Resort. Forbes says the conference was a success.
We done all the VIP transportation from the airport to the hotel and from the hotel to the convention center. They was up until 2 a.m. in the morning, but that's the kind of service that they requested, and that's the kind of service we give them.
Tour operators LaQuinton Williams and Christopher Outen say it was an awesome experience catering to the visitors.
I got to meet new people. Also, I got to do further things and interacting with people and exchanging numbers and email address and all those other stuff. But it was a good experience overall, just being around with them and seeing what they do.
What I really do is I really give them information of the island itself, make them feel comfortable, take them to and from. You know, I really take good care of my folks.
Taxi driver Cecil Knowles says he's grateful that he was able to get a small piece of the pie, while Orthnell Lowe admits that many of the taxi drivers did not benefit because they could not meet the demands of the visiting delegates.
Well, all I can tell you, I had one job to the airport, and that was it. So there were many cars up here. So, you know, we go on rotations. So I was lucky to get one. Any job was better than no job at all.
They was requesting air conditioning, and most of the drivers don't have no air conditioning.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition continues right after this.